Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for March the 31st, 2025. It's countdown time to Artisanal Audio Day, and we're discussing the important topic of the day: how do you get rid of an earworm?
Very particular
Uh, uh,
earworm,
A
uh,
apparently.
you
particular earworm. We have. Now, are you
you
getting
go to
just the
the
diva
doctor
dance,
and you
or
have it removed?
what about? Is it the diva dance alone, or do you also have the opera piece before it?
The opera piece. It has to be the opera piece as
Okay,
well.
so Lucia di Lammermoor.
Oh,
You could
oh,
Good
replace
diva.
that with Queen of the Night, which is also
you,
opera but completely different.
you,
Or
you could
better
try
yet,
Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Paradise by the Dead. Yeah, that one's a hard one to earworm because it's so complex in terms of
Yeah, but
structure. It changes all over the place.
okay,
I think one
okay.
of the reasons why just playing to the diva dance is
Uh,
so freaking weird. It goes all over the place.
Yeah.
Goes ups and downs, all the
uh,
sounds that are, and I've heard some of the performers out there
Mm-hmm.
who
but
actually have it like the idea behind the song was to make it an impossible thing,
Yep.
something that's I mean impossible to sing. And then there are people who actually learn how to sing this thing,
Well, you can
i-
if you hear
and they're
them
doing
perform it
amazing.
live, they are hitting most of it, but there's places where you have to take jumps because the change in intonation is so small. Like when she's
I
doing
mean,
that
there are a
one.
few,
there,
yeah,
there,
there
Papa
were,
Lagunas.
Yeah.
there,
Yep.
there's one that's gonna stick in your head.
Mm-hmm.
It's
hmm.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll do it too.
that's a palate cleanse. That's a palate
Is
cleanse, I
this the
like.
real life,
Chris has
or
got an
is it
earworm
a
of the diva
fantasy?
dance. Actually, I think he said he's got it
Common
of Lucia di Lammermoor.
repetition, no escape
Actually,
from
both.
that
It has to be both.
earworm.
Just like one piece in my head. But
It's
I have to say, I feel like I've missed something. We don't have much opera in my city,
mm-hmm. No, we
and it would
don't
have been
either.
very difficult to actually get into some live performances of a really quality thing. But I have a kind of a knack for like listening to some of the opera pieces. Like there was an old game in 2006 called Hitman,
Mm-hmm.
Blood Money, and there was well, you have to perform an assassination basically
Yeah.
on a public official, but it's taking place in the Paris Opera doing a rehearsal of Tosca by Puccini,
Oh, that's
and
interesting.
they're actually doing it, and one of the people you have to kill is actually an actor who's playing in that rehearsal, and he is the guy that is about to be shot. It's the execution scene, and the opera's, and he's bouncing off his love, the female singer, and that piece got stuck in my mind. I've been trying to find an equal quality performance of it online ever since, and just love that specific moment because N- Nessun Dorma. Oh,
Nessendorm.
interesting.
Oh my God, that is
There is
uh
something about Italian opera that is
that
just
piece. Oh,
sounds like poetry. They can. I don't know. I don't know in Italian. I
Well,
mean, outside of maybe a few swears.
uh,
But it
I know
just
many
sounds.
earworm songs though.
I'm afraid of that. Uh, but
Just about everything in The Lion King,
no,
but
Lion King's
everything in The Lion King.
Lion King is good, but it doesn't earworm me.
nah, not really. I mean, as a kid, yeah, but not to
I'm
that
gonna
Actually,
extent.
be a mighty king, so enemies beware. Well, I've never seen a king of beasts with quite so little hair.
yeah, and for me,
Oh,
it's
the
just like I don't
Anthony
remember that at all.
Rowan Atkinson just doing Zazu was such a perfect casting.
Yeah, and then they made the live action remake, and they didn't have Rowan Atkinson as Zazu like singing that
Oh
Like
come on,
song, and
all
it's
of the
like,
casting of that
the live
semi
action
live
remake is
action.
yeah.
The live action is a blasphemy on the very good source material that was just missed. It was miss and miss. There was not a single part of the casting that was right, except for Mufasa, who was still played by James Earl Jones.
speaking of
Everyone else was wrong. I couldn't. They put up high profile names. They put someone recognizable, and I'm like, no, you could have put people who can actually sing those songs and can
Yeah, well,
perform. Like,
that's
and
not how Disney
no,
does things anymore.
Don't get me even started about the CGI animals that look like Animal Planet documentary. I'm sorry, but they lost it on making them hyper realistic. I'm sorry, but I can't. But the love of me, find a mourning lion cub that is pretending that it's crying over Mufasa if it has completely emotionless face because it's realistic. I'm like, I'm sorry, but no.
So
No. That was
for
wrong on all accounts.
Hey,
a
speaking of
couple of
movies, if I can interrupt for a sec, I was going to go
Uh-huh.
take myself to the movies yesterday and went online to get my ticket. And lo and behold, I saw something I have not seen at a movie theater in a long time. The movie was
Oh.
sold out.
Oh, which movie?
I'm guessing you didn't went to see Snow White then.
No, I was going to go see A Working Man with Jason Statham. And it was
yeah, of
sold
course that's
out.
sold out. And you know why that's sold out?
Yeah, because it was
Because
stupid.
cats were hitting your wife.
It's stupid and fun.
No, it's sold out because it's that part where he's at the pool and it's like
Well, I
that's
haven't
for
seen
hitting
it
your wife.
yet. I haven't seen it yet because it was sold out. So, no giveaways, please.
It's in the trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer. I just saw Jason Statham's in a movie, and it
It's
was
a new movie,
Well,
right?
it's basically a throwaway one-liner he does in the movie, but
yep. No,
it is so powerful.
That's a
It
2025
attracts
movie,
everyone.
right?
yeah, it just came out. It came out Thursday, and actually, for a cheap movie, it's doing quite well because people just want to
Even
go
know where
see
it
a
was.
cheap, fun movie.
On the other side of things, Rachel Zegler and a few friends had the entire theater to
themselves.
themselves.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
it's
call them exactly friends. There seems to be some sort of
No,
behind the
no,
scenes
she
drama
actually
stirring.
she took some real life ride or die friends to go see the movie with her, and they were the
Uh-huh.
only ones in the theater,
well, I believe
and a
that.
few other people, but like it was almost completely empty that room.
Yeah,
I mean, I like to go to a movie at the end of its run where people who wanted to see it, they've already seen it. You have the cinema all to yourself, or there's like 5 people in the entire movie theater, but it still hasn't come out of the movies. But it should not be like that just as it dropped
See,
into the cinemas.
theaters have been moving that from their main venue to like smaller halls because they just
Yeah,
can't fill the seats.
yeah,
yeah.
that is such
Some
the
have
case.
actually pulled the movie from their entire lineup
Yeah,
already.
but if you're going to pull the movie, you have to have something to replace it, and a lot of places are scrambling to find replacements. But the local theater, like I said, is running some of the smaller new ones. Some aren't doing well, some are doing well. But they started doing God, the anime movies. Duh, what are they?
Fathom events.
It's not Fathom. They're actually running them. Japanese anime director, um, Spirited Away.
Miyazaki.
Oh,
Miyazaki,
Studio
yeah.
Ghibli
Right,
movies.
Studio Ghibli movies. They're doing a like 5-day run on each of the movies, and it's been like, yeah, that's great. And then next month they're going to some Jane Austen movies. Let me see what's coming up here.
So we have to now amend a saying that we've had for a couple of years.
Yeah.
At least it's better than Last Jedi. Well, you know what Last Jedi can say now? At least it's better than Snow White.
Yeah. Snow White's down to one theater a day.
It's down to 1.5 out of 10,
Yeah.
last I checked.
Let's see, they're still doing
It's
Spirited Away and what's
Where
coming
on
up here.
IMDb?
yeah.
Ooh, we got Enter the Dragon coming up.
The last I saw it was 1.5 on IMDb and 41% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
Yum, sounds exciting.
yes.
Yeah, well, I've seen things about the movie now that I'm like, and we thought what she said was like a change was bad about the prince, but like there's way more wrong with that movie.
Oh no, absolutely. I knew it was going to be wrong from the very get-go because
yeah.
Disney just went in the totally wrong direction. Like they decided to
I-
rewrite. Like you don't reinvent the wheel and think everyone's going to love it. Like
Reinvent the wheel, but
some
don't call it the
stories.
same thing as the old one. I mean, don't.
They reinvented the definition of fairest of them all, and they did so poorly.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's
the good
being
thing, there
very
is a good
generous.
thing to this, Chris. You're not going to get any of the new Snow White songs stuck in your head as an earworm.
No, I
Oh,
wasn't expecting to. It wasn't. That
nobody's gonna
wasn't a
watch that
threat.
movie.
I wasn't afraid of that.
What was
I'm
that?
sorry, but uh,
Musin said something. What'd you say, Musin?
Nobody's gonna watch that movie. So there's no chance that those songs are gonna be played because people like them,
Nope. Nobody,
because
nope,
they've
nothing.
not seen them. Period.
Yeah.
No,
Lord, you had
it's
this
done
stuff and
69 million in 2 weeks.
Yeah. And
Nice.
they need something like 800 million to break even.
like that's gonna
They,
happen.
That's
the movie,
Not with this publicity they're getting.
well.
I've heard there's
So
been some behind the scenes drama between Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot.
well, that's part of it.
that's
But
not the real drama. The real drama is Rachel actually thinks she can sue companies
you can
like
sue anybody you want
Disney,
to. I mean,
Paramount, Lionsgate.
you can
She's
sue
going,
anyone you want to. That's pretty easy. You won't necessarily find a lawyer who's willing to do it, and you probably aren't going to win the case, but you can go ahead and give it a shot. What was I going to say? Disney was protesting yesterday, commenting that this movie wasn't designed to appeal to adults. It was designed to appeal to 10-year-old girls, and 10-year-old girls who see it are enjoying it. I think they're missing the point of 10-year-old girls can't get themselves to the theater and buy a ticket. Mom and or dad or auntie or uncle or grandma and grandpa are going to have to take them, and they're not willing to do
Right.
it. And
Right.
excuse me,
yep.
excuse me, but how are they supposed to know when they have 10-year-olds like actors? Like those kids don't have the parents around for too much of their like childhoods.
Well, one sending point against that kind of notion is that 10-year-olds don't earn money and then don't bring money into the theater. So
There
at
is
the end
that
of the
too.
day, that was
Again,
just a very
Yeah.
bad attempt at a save that isn't
Macaulay
going to convince
Culkin.
anyone really.
Macaulay Culkin. What do
Hmm.
you mean 10-year-olds don't earn money?
No. But that's the exception. That's the extreme exception. Most 10-year-olds
Yeah.
at most are getting an
How
allowance, which
many
yeah, you could.
Macaulay Culkins do you have in the States that would actually
One?
Currently,
single-handedly?
I can't think of any currently. A couple of
Well,
younger
one.
actors, but teen or kid actors,
Oh, no,
very few.
no, there's one.
Who?
Macaulay Culkin.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't do movies anymore.
No, but
He does, but
he
he's not a
is.
10-year-old.
Huh.
No, but the question was, how many Macaulay Culkins do you have in the United States?
Okay,
Well,
so
at least
I,
one.
I don't even think is he still in the U.S.?
He's still in
Yeah.
the U.S.
Oh, wow.
He's got 2 or 3 kids with Brenda Song,
I have no idea who that is either.
former
Actors, they
Disney
played
actor. Yeah.
Yeah, to play together, and she kind of was this crutch to get out of the depression and stuff because he
Oh,
actually
good for her
was
then.
very
And good for
heavily
him.
depressed and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I can
He really
imagine.
came out of the real rock bottom kind of mental situation, and he's been very
his,
open and vocal about it.
his
Yeah.
parents basically did the same thing that Mickey Rooney's did and bled him
Yeah.
dry.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
common.
Wait. What?
What do you mean what?
Yeah,
You said Brenda Song, and I'm just like, wait, isn't that the Asian girl from Zack and Cody? It
yes.
was.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah, they're married and they have kids, and she's very supportive of him. He's very fond of her. He
What
says
the
very
bastard?
fond things about her, about how she helped him to,
What the
get himself
bastard?
sorted.
Well, and on that
You
topic,
know that
I've got kinetic damage in space and tearing ships.
I've got 2 Lucario TFOs and anti-proton damage. Who's lost more?
Oh
Who's
God,
worse
what have we
today?
got for Lucari? I think it's just Zenkethi front, right?
Yeah, there's only 1 TFO Zenkethi front, and there is Zenkethi front.
Well, we could do Zenkethi front and pick up another one later.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
How are
It's,
the puppies?
the puppies are not happy little schmuggity boogities. We
No?
had
Oh,
a
what did you
thunderstorm.
do?
Well, not my fault. There was bad weather brewing yesterday across the U.S. with uh, warnings
Uh,
coming out of possibility of catastrophic tornadoes spawning, which apparently didn't happen. So there are weather
Yee.
warnings up here saying that we're going to have rain from 4 till 8, which we didn't really. We had a sprinkle, but with severe thunderstorms hitting around 8, which was about 7. Anyway, the girls were under the desk during the live stream last night, and at 8 o'clock the storms had passed by with some thunder, quite a bit of rain, but nothing really bad, and I didn't hear of any damaging tornadoes anywhere. So
Hmm.
it looks like it was just really bad thunderstorms some places, but not as much as predicted. But they're still kind of going, we don't love anybody. So my son, who's driving up to Chicago today, has said that he will come home via my house and drop off some TLC for the doggos while I'm out in the afternoon. The dogs are going to get lots of love tonight. They will be
Give that
very
a look.
happy. Let's take a look. Oh, come on, give me the weather. Yep, there's not
Yeah, that was.
a cloud in the sky for 250 miles.
Mm.
Looks like there's some rain down south of us, though.
Where my daughter and ex are at.
Mm-hmm.
If you look down there at Reynosa and
Yeah.
it is getting swamped. There are multiple places flooded already.
Oof. Are they okay?
They're okay.
Um,
Not everybody is, but yeah, it's already been marked a national disaster zone.
I had hoped to go down there to help teach a class, but that's going to have to wait for me to get some legal stuff handled up here, which is going to take about another 3 to 6 months. So, kind of not doing anything unless I drive it for the next few months. I don't know that I necessarily want to drive down there. That's a bit of an adventure.
Yep.
That's a no, Musin. I'm not gonna watch that. No, no,
What
no,
did
no,
Musin
no.
do?
Musin is sending me very, very unapproved earworm alternatives that will damage my mind and my mental capacity. I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm gonna block you if you don't stop.
What? They're
Stop
good.
it.
What are you
No, they're
Especially
saying?
those
not.
last two.
I know half of them and I don't want to hear them ever again. No.
Those last two are good though, and if not those two, that channel has some really good covers.
No, I'm pretty. Oh, I know
Hey,
the
do you know
last
what's
two, but
actually a
they're not
good?
earworms. They're not earworms. The
If you
last
get a
two aren't.
chance, listen to the soundtrack from
Okay.
the J.J. Abrams reboot of the Star Trek movie. That soundtrack on the first movie was really well done.
It wasn't the worst.
No, it's a nicely done
Uh,
soundtrack. It's deep enough that it should clean the earworm out, but with no lingering aftertaste in your brain.
That channel link is kind of personal. Which ones you wanna listen to? I advise the
No, I
Star
actually picked up
Trek
a nice soundtrack
Airwolf
yesterday on
one.
Spotify. By Lisa Gerard. It's a soundtrack from a movie from I don't know 2023 or 24. I haven't seen the film because it's a niche French film, I think, or Italian film. Actually, I think it's an Italian film. But oh my god, the soundtrack is so unusual. It's so Lisa Gerard all over it. If you don't know who Lisa Gerard is, she's been doing the vocals for like the Gladiator, for the original Gladiator.
You've mentioned her before. You've
Yeah.
mentioned her before.
And I
Um,
love listening to her because her voice is very distinct and she knows what to do with it very well in terms of making it
Id and
always
Musin, do you
something
want to
about.
join us, or are you both sitting out?
Oh, I have a dog that needs to go
Okay.
out in a
Alrighty.
minute.
Id, I saw you're not in game yet. Are you just visiting?
I'm just visiting.
Okay, well, I'm going to queue us up for Zincathy Front then.
Right.
So we can try and get that done. So, Weebu?
I'm waiting for. I'm transitioning maps.
Okay,
So.
I'll wait for you to say, because we accidentally kicked Graz out last night. Because...
There.
Weebu?
A wee woo.
Okay. What was my brain saying before I interrupted myself? Oh, so Saab has been interviewing Id, and she's been in a similar boat to you in terms of interviews without getting any success, and she did get her job yesterday, so yay, Saab. So I think that's a good omen for you. I'm hoping that's like
Fingers crossed.
everything's going in that great direction right now. Let's see, I need kinetic damage. It probably would help if I put something kinetic. Oh, I've got one on there. Yeah, we'll see if
You don't have any torpedoes on you?
I've got one on there. See if I've got another torpedo available. Oh, really? I don't have much. Oopsie. Oh, I have a kinetic cutting beam. That'll count.
Bam! Love ramming asteroids into ships.
Oops, and it really helps if I remember how to fire the weapons on this one. There we go. There's my kinetic damage.
Didn't have to fire weapons on your ship?
I put it on
Sorry.
different. Previously, everything was tagged to the space bar, but Taz had me switch out my keybinds, so it's now on a separate key. I have to remember it's only on this key on this particular ship. So I'm sitting there thinking I'm firing away and watching nothing happen.
Oh, this stupid cough is gonna kill me. Can't stand it.
Work?
Like I'm just sitting chilling and suddenly cough. Like there's no
course.
reason for it. Like, just... Forces to give me a headache or it's just it's a dry cough that really I'm not coughing out anything.
Yep.
It's not that there's something in there, it's just that dryness in my esophagus and it just causes me to do
Do you take any medications?
Oh, the syrups aren't really
No, I
my
meant,
thing. They don't usually
like
work for me.
Blood pressure meds or anything like that?
No, I don't take
Okay.
anything like that.
All right. I was just asking because I used to take something, and one of the side effects was a dry, productiveless cough.
No,
And
no,
it got
it's
to the point
literally
where
from the
it's
infection I had.
so annoying. I couldn't,
It's from the infection I had. It might linger for a week, 2,
Okay.
3 weeks. So it's just a post-infection thing. What ship was that? So the original Connie. American Worker Flight Deck Carrier. Okay, so that's the Donnie.
I
Although
should
I've
make
heard
a ship.
people suggest to call the Donnie, I mean the Discovery Constitution, a Swanee. Is it Strange New Worlds?
Let's see.
Donnie?
Anderson. I'm gonna go protect this guy in the Akosha. Dude,
Yeah,
you don't
this
have to
guy's
kill
a-
them. Go take out the base. Stop killing them. You've got a bomb. Got enough people here.
It's very dedicated.
He is, but he needs to go take out the base. Kyosha, go take out the base. We'll take care of these guys. We'll give you cover if you need it.
I'm eliminating stuff that's hovering over the station, so should be for me.
Kind of want to fly a Donnie named Brooke.
Funny. Clever, too. Okay, dude.
I actually was inspired and watched the original
Fine, I'm gonna go
Sleeping
pick up a
Beauty from
bomb.
Disney yesterday.
What did you watch?
Sleeping Beauty from Disney.
Oh,
from
the cartoon
1959.
one?
Yeah,
I love
the
that
original
one.
one. I am really astonished because it's not really a kid's tale.
It isn't. It's scary in places.
Not even scariness, the complexity, and one of the reasons why I love Little Maleficent is that the complexity of that story is even deeper because kids don't get the
But
subtlety
that's how
of
Disney
the
used to
story.
write.
Like the fact that Maleficent in the Maleficent film with Angelina Jolie, I'm still wondering why they gave her those stupid cheekbones. But besides that, the complexity of like the cruelty of her spell and the ultimate undoing on her part was the fact that she was at a place emotionally that she doesn't believe in true love because she was betrayed by the guy who later became King Stefan. And he didn't believe in it either because his heart was bitter to actually betray her in the first place. So they both thought that this is like a death sentence to Aurora, but at the same time she also cursed herself at the same time because she said, beloved by all who meet her, and she was the person to meet Aurora, and then she fell in love with her. So it's kind of, I like the duality and like the complexity, but
There he is.
But the cruelty of the original Maleficent and the 1959 one was really something. Like the nuance that she captures Prince Philip just to keep him in a dungeon so he becomes an old man. Like a frail old man that he can barely sit and straight on a horse. Just so he can wake her up and she'll be still young and beautiful and he's gonna die with her away in a very short time. That was so cruel, like wow.
Well, those old fairy tales are not happy things.
Right? No, Little Mermaid ends with a typical tragedy with a really bad ending.
Yeah, he denies her and she commits Harry Carey and turns herself into sea foam.
Well, doesn't turn herself willingly just to kind of like...
No, sea foam and not something else.
Yeah.
Har.
Yeah, no, like literally turning into sea foam.
Dude, get your bomb over here. We've got it all protected. Just come over here and shoot it down.
None of the old fairy tales are particularly cheerful stories because they were meant to terrify your kids into behaving properly.
Which they kind of did.
Not all of them, but yeah, most of them, a lot of them.
Good morning, Taz.
Good morning.
Ooh, your audio sounds better. Are you on your phone today?
Yeah.
Yay! I can hear you very clearly. Yay!
That is good.
Yes, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, most fairy tales really were made to scare kids straight.
I don't know if they intended to scare kids straight, but they certainly intended to scare them into don't go into the forest alone, don't trust strangers, don't misbehave.
Don't
like
cry
most of those stories really had the motivation of actually not even forcing kids to proper behavior, but how do you explain to kids all the evils of the world without actually losing their innocence? So it was just sugar-coated into a story, and that's why, like, for instance, Snow White's theme was like, don't trust a stranger, like, it was basically just that, because, oh my god, they're gonna bring a poisoned apple and you're gonna die. So it was kind of more of that than anything else. Of course, they were grounded in folklore locally, so they were coated in all those fairy tale stories.
Yep, absolutely. I have some Terran ships.
Ooh.
Jupiter Herodotus?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Taz and Black Cat has joined us. Taz, you up for a little Jupiter, or are you just listening in and having fun?
I just logged on.
Okay.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning.
Hello, ID.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hanging in there. Let's see, who else do I recognize? Taz and Musin, good morning.
Don't forget Chris. Chris is here too.
Yeah, I don't remember Chris as well.
How can you not remember Chris?
I'm unrecognizable.
Chris is here like every day. Of course, he's here in the mornings.
Okay.
Anybody else in for little Jupiter?
You gotta remember, Mom, I'm not normally on this early, so...
Well, some of us have lives. I'm not one of them.
By the way, I'd like to report a theft. Someone stole an
I
hour
mean,
of
it's
my
6
sleep
in the
this
morning right
weekend.
now for me,
Oh,
Mom.
did you guys switch times?
Yeah.
When you get your hour back in 6 months.
I don't want it back. I want a summertime permanent. I don't care about the winter night the time. It's
Yeah,
just,
make the winter stop, please.
It's
Winter
not
is
about the
evil.
winter. It's not about winter. It's about that stupid time change that doesn't have any reason right now. Because we don't use gas lamps in the street, so we're saving the precious gas anymore.
It's not like we're
It's
not
100
up
years
and
old.
people
Yeah.
work 24/7 now, so it's kind of stupid.
It is kind of stupid. Like, people work all over the place. Some people work from home. It's not helping anyone
I mean,
anymore.
the original concept of you didn't want the farmers. What was it?
Is the bonus to lithium event still going on?
Yeah, through tomorrow.
Through tomorrow.
And the fleet boost is running through end of the day today. So if you've got stuff on Strike Group for Starfleet and Klingon, both of them have got a boost running. But that ends today. So enjoy it. All right, I'm going to queue us up for Yeepater Ratis, unless anybody else wants to join us.
Yeah, I could join you. I just got to figure out which character I want to do
Okay.
it on.
Let me know, and we'll wait to queue this up here.
I guess I'll do my Klingon. Since
No,
Klingons
it's
are the
Federation.
Oh, okay.
It's Federation. Hang on a second there.
Let me change characters then.
Okay.
I already signed into the Klingon.
Sign into the
Now
Federation.
there is a job for the AI
What?
No.
to design a clock that would be perfectly in sync with the rotational speed of Earth.
Well, that already exists.
It doesn't need AI to actually do.
Yeah.
No,
No, that's just a
No,
computer
but
program.
one that doesn't need like the clock offset anymore
Yeah, but
because it will.
then you have to have everybody figure out how to get access to that. That gets life really difficult. I mean, it's
Well,
bad enough
I
with time
mean-
zones. Because if I want to have a meeting with somebody in
Yeah.
a place 2 towns over, 2 towns to the west, they're on a different time zone than I am. And it's, okay, let's meet at 11. Is that your 11 or my 11? My 11. Okay, that's my 12. No, that's your 10. Okay. There's all this juggling.
Thinking
Next
fast.
week, I have to run up to Chicago for a couple of days, so my son's going to be staying here. And he's doing okay, I have to go to work at this time, so I'll be there at 7. I'm like, well, I'm not going to leave till 8. But you have to be there at 10. Yeah, but that's 10 our time. He's like,
Ready?
okay.
I'm on my Jem'Hadar Arma.
Okie doke. That doesn't help me. What's your tune's name? Gerard?
Garrett.
Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett
Okay.
Eck.
Okay. Invitation is sent.
Got it.
And I will queue us for Yeepater. Weeboo.
We were detected.
Last night, Mar Hawkman was on, and at the request of Lexers, we ran Cure Ground with only 3 people because nobody else was willing to join us. It was surprisingly good. Mar Hawkman's run it so many times he was able to, get us right to our targets on time. So it went fast, no big problems. It's been easier with 5, but it worked with 3.
I'm in my cute little Jem'Hadar scout ship. Because I haven't unlocked
It
anything
is your
better.
teeny tiny ship.
Oh, look, it's a Taz in the Shangri-La.
Oh, is that what you were working on yesterday, Taz? Taz is quiet.
Taz?
Can you help me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Now we can.
Okay. Yeah, I was working on the Shangri-La.
Yeah, you were saying yesterday that you weren't going to join us because you had finished or were working on a ship, so... No, I'm still flying my ship because I like it and it takes me too much effort to figure out how to run different ships. And I'm out of dilithium.
Here they come. All ships, battle station.
That's a valid reason.
A welcoming permission. Just here for your safety. That is over and no one can
All ships.
So much for their Scava. So much for everything.
over and
Nope, there's somebody over there.
You run away?
On my way to shoot more things.
Take her down.
Kind of fun when you can kill stuff with a couple of clickies.
Right?
I'm picking up
I
more
totally get why people like doing that. I'm over it,
Careful,
Gamma.
it can be addictive.
Oh yeah.
Now all of a sudden that enormous DPS like gap makes sense, right?
For me, I don't need to have that super high DPS, but dang, it's kind of fun to have enough DPS.
Yeah, once
Yeah,
you
it
get
actually
like
matters if
over
you-
that 150k hump, that's where it starts getting interesting because
Ah!
things just die
My
fast.
cat is climbing on me when I'm trying to play.
Oh yeah, cats are like that.
Get those rifts under control.
I've got the rift under control, thank you very much.
I've got a dog climbing on me.
Both
Oh,
of mine are
I'm-
under the desk being difficult.
Yeah, mine is allowed to sit on
Okay,
the
now
couch
now
next
she's
to me.
settling down, kind of curled up on my thigh.
You need to clear out the ships
She
at
is a
Jupiter
silly
Station.
kitty.
Did anybody, Chris, you got Jupiter Station?
Yeah, I'm covering it.
Oh, I thought went over there.
Did I pick the only empty station? Really?
Maybe.
Rifts aren't going to close themselves.
What's wrong with that? You have it all to yourself.
But he likes to pew pew.
There you
I
go.
like
You
to
got some
move it,
ships
move.
there.
Terrans now control projector base.
And
Okay.
I got
If I know we're doing
We're
this one,
coming.
I usually just take my
And I got-
tank in.
No, actually, you let one slip through. Oh, there it goes.
'Cause I can park
Had
my
a
tank
delayed
in the
explosion.
middle under the station
Mm-hmm.
and then put up those bowl sentries.
Yeah. That's actually one of the places where the Nadarian is kind of nice just to let it camp out there.
They're breaching our systems.
Yeah, I still don't like it because its effect is way too.
Yeah, the
Trigger
size of the
me.
sphere is too large. It's just too extensive. It's too expansive.
The size isn't too large. It's the pink swirly lightning effect in the bubble that
Yeah,
really
I don't like
annoys
the
me.
bubble.
I don't like being inside of it.
Yeah, I don't like being hit by those lightnings that are trying to heal me, even if I don't need it. It's really annoying.
I
You
tend
really missed
to.
the mark designing this ship. I mean, in paper it sounds fun, but
Well, you know they go
The
back
way
and
it's
nerf
being
stuff every now
used
and then, so I'm
gameplay.
surprised they
Like,
haven't come
right
back
now,
to nerf that.
I'm
Good
doing my
morning,
daily
Skeptic
every
Taco
day.
Batman.
like right now, every day I do a daily. I get at least 2 of those, and they camp on Alpha and Gamma, and there's just beta left for the second round. For the
Could use
first
a
round I
little
can't
help
do it.
at beta.
Good morning, ODST. How's everybody
Moving
doing
over.
today?
So I've been actually avoiding
Those rifts aren't going to
that
close
bubble
themselves.
and going elsewhere on the map
We've taken control.
if somebody triggers it.
I can totally
Like,
see
okay,
that.
you got this, bye. I'm going somewhere else.
Every single time.
Because the other option is, as soon as I see one in the TFO hitting escape
Yeah.
and getting out, but that comes with like
Leave
the
a penalty. Yep.
Yeah, so let's take
Get
the
him.
penalty or get out of his face.
Still here, Grandma? Ugh. I thought our delay was annoying.
I have contemplated taking the penalty just to prove a point, but I'm thinking that's going to be a moot point because nobody else has done it. You know, it's just going to hurt me at my time.
Don't even try to catch me.
Oh, we will try to catch you and we will succeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right, Tilly. Do not threaten us with a good time.
The Enterprise is going for projector.
Oh, she wouldn't know good time even if it slapped her in the face.
Maybe that is a good time for her.
I got destroyed.
Killy or Killy?
For Killy.
That's killing.
Killy
Yeah,
might
I
enjoy
want-
herself with that one.
I need to do my thing on after this one, Mom.
Well, since we don't have Klingons here,
Are you kidding me?
Chris
with
doesn't
this?
run
My
Klingons.
ships make me invincible. Give up
No.
already.
Not that
Uh,
good at
I
killing.
guess I could transfer my disruptor weapons over.
Oh, do you just need to do disruptor?
Yeah.
Nice. All right,
It's
where is
just
she? There she
my
is.
Klingon's the one that I have set up with disrupt.
Mom, you know the cycling weapons we have for ground
Yep.
that go through all the
Mhm.
damage? We need those for space.
Yeah, but that's just
Huh?
your weapons. Your consoles and isomags and all that wouldn't rotate with it.
The Enterprise
No,
is going
but
for
you
projector out.
could. There's currently a meta with all clickies, no isomags. The console bonuses on weapons type damage is being like replaced by the uncon proc meta. So there is a thing where I'd be like, yeah, energy cycling weapons in space. They go through all the types.
Well done. We sent the
Kelly
carriage
ran away. How is
You know,
everybody?
Baron Coward.
Well, so here's the issue. You know what you're getting into for the most part, with the exception of the few where they could throw randoms at you. Those aren't that difficult. So you could run a rainbow. You won't be great at any one thing, but you'll be good enough at all things. But otherwise, focusing on a single concept, whether that's an energy type or kinetic or EPG control, magic, what have you, is going to deliver more bang for the buck.
If you get those
Yeah.
cycling weapons, if you then do go isomags or locators, you would go for the not the weapon energy type, but the actual weapon type. So beams or cannons.
Mm-hmm.
The bonus is slightly less, but it applies to whatever you're set to currently. So in that sense, they could still at the lower end be decent weapons and help out enormously with endeavors, not having to switch weapons.
Yeah, well, I've got a rainbow that functions well enough as long as it's not my 500,000 damage. What was that? Sorry, one of the dogs went. Poor doggos.
Well,
Chris,
sometimes they just sigh.
Taz. Oh, the Black Cat, what do you guys want to do next?
Well, let me swap to my Klingon for a moment to swap over a couple disruptor weapons,
Okay.
and then I also have to kill
Oh,
Harold.
that's why I had performance issues in the game.
I wasn't going to go there, Chris.
I know. I'm going to. I'm going to actually do that.
What?
Come up with a
I need
rainbow
Harold ship and
build.
Sanketi ships.
Say that again, Taz?
I need Harold ships and Sanketi ships.
Oh, we
Yeah,
can do another Zenkutu front in a little bit, but
Yeah, we'll do
I
Zenketis.
also need to do the Herald ships.
Okay, well, get yourself ready.
Do
We'll
one
do
of the
Herald
two.
ships. By then, we might be on cooldown or off cooldown for the Zenkethi.
we're 14 minutes left, so it shouldn't be too long.
Okay.
I think we should, like, if we do
Yeah.
Gateway's 10 minutes, or is it
Yeah,
15?
but you know Taz, he likes his Herald Sphere. Right?
What I was saying is I finally realized why I had performance issues in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
because-
it felt like it's periodically dropping frames.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, this new Discord overlay. I
Yeah,
turned on
no,
the
I'm-
legacy one, and it suddenly smooth and fluid and everything.
Yeah,
Just
my
go
drop
away with
frame
that
rates has
stupid
skyrocketed on this new overlay. I really don't like it.
I went out to the old one, and
Mhm.
suddenly, poof, all issues gone.
How do you switch it back to the old one?
You go to Discord settings,
Uh-huh.
go to the overlay section.
Hang on, let me find that.
It's in the activity settings, game overlay,
Okay.
and you switch to you have the enable legacy overlay and disable the enable overlay.
Okay.
So like the first enable overlay is the lighter, fast, and more customizable. Requires boldless display setting. Turn that one off.
Okay.
And I have the enable legacy overlay if you still like it, and that's enabled. But they will pop up with a question why you want to turn it off, the new one. So I tell them I have performance issues, and it's a checkbox, and then it's gone.
Okay. So
And I got to get back to the old one.
enable legacy overlay.
Legacy overlay is enabled. The one above it, I disable it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got enable overlay disabled, enable legacy overlay enabled. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if that makes my life better.
Well, it definitely just if like a flip of fingers, like Q flipped his fingers, and suddenly
Oh,
have
yeah.
performance issues registered at none.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Discord really went overboard with that one.
Yeah.
I was wondering why
You're
I
right.
suddenly have stutter in SDO. It's not like it's such a power hog or anything like a resource hog.
Well,
for my
Discord's
backup,
always
but-
had issues with just sucking up space.
Yeah, but why they had to enable a feature that they haven't even properly tested against performance? Like,
well.
hello, we are
Well,
using that doing gaming, and resources are
no.
precious.
Yeah.
Also, Also, if you
Send
turn
me
off-
a new invite, Mom.
Yeah. Hang on a sec. What were you saying, Ed?
there should also be a setting about having Discord use hardware acceleration.
Okay. Is
For
that
video?
Is that also in
Uh,
overlays or that's something else?
Should be audio video.
Okay.
And I wonder against what they tested it, because
No,
I don't
that's
know how
under
old I don't know
app
how
settings
old your
advanced.
computer is, but what generation processor, Intel or AMD, that matters for how fast things can run, especially when they introduce something like a new overlay and
I
it
don't know
tasks
if they're
your
testing it
computer.
against.
Just let me know in advance before you switch things and let me know how to fix it so I don't have to
Yeah,
do
I
it.
don't like when they have. Oh, we have a new feature. We've enabled it because we didn't ask for your opinion. And like, excuse me,
Yeah.
maybe I don't want it. Like,
Yeah.
get lost. Like, I'm fine with like, it popping up with a notification. We have a new overlay. Go here to enable it if you want to try it out. Instead of like, oh hi, you have this on now. Have fun. And I'm like, no.
Black Cat, I sent
No,
the
thank
invitation,
you.
so once you... There we go. So we're going to do Herald Sphere first, and then we'll go back and do Zenkethi Front.
Well, we're down to 10 minutes with Zenkethi Front, so we should be good.
Yep, that's something that should work out perfectly. Here we go for Herald Sphere. Weeboo?
Wee woo indeed.
Wee-woo. I love how they call it Shroud Attempt.
Yeah, that's about right.
What?
For my ground one of my ground abilities, it's called Shroud Attempt, which means it will not always work.
It does not... Everything does not always work. Which is always really fun when
Wait,
you hit something, it triggers, and nothing happens.
The name of the ability is Shroud Attempt.
Isn't it more a game of like getting lucky that something works?
No, I
Well,
mean, percentages are
You
there.
have to have Ketracel White in order for it to actually work, I think. Because it does say it consumes Ketracel White.
Ah, yes.
Petrocell White is people. It's people.
No, you're confusing it with Soylent Green.
No, he knows what he's talking about.
No, Ketracel White ain't people, it's fungus.
Tactical superiority. They can move
It is
their
literally
forces
fungus.
almost anywhere in the galaxy and attack while our
So
ships
probably
are
shouldn't
still
salvage
2
that
vectors
stuff.
away. We need to counter
You know,
it.
What the hell was that?
To this
it-
end,
That was
It's
my
very-
ability.
What if Petrocell White is actually the
I
messaging
gave
network?
I gave you guys give her all she's got too,
Should
which is
be
a
helpful.
yeah.
forces
It gives plus 20 resistance rating to subsystems, offline duration, plus 20% turn rate, plus 20% incoming healing, and plus 20% max health.
I can't remember what DT did one night, but he gave everybody... It was a ground mission, and he gave everybody speed bonus. And all of a sudden, we're just racing around like idiots, and nobody could actually function.
Oh,
That was like fun.
Yeah, it's like
That sounds like a tactical motion accelerator.
yes, it was motion
you get
accelerator.
on.
Thank you so much. It was
Yeah, that's great.
unexpected, shall we say?
Oh, it's the one skill that tactical has that I really would love to have on my science character.
Well, all the heralds are done.
Yep.
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 Now
Yep. Yep.
I just need my disruptor damage, which I haven't gotten any.
Well,
Because you guys kill it before I can attack them.
well, there should be enough of these if you
Blink
guys go
has
focus on
and
one of the
Mom
big
now.
ships. It wasn't me that time. I was still trying to figure out how to fly this thing.
So, the fun thing about doing Herald Sphere is when you got all that DPS, the first one in gets to blow up the Dreadnought.
Yeah. Hence, as soon as we get to that last stage, it's a matter of get there before it even queues up. Be ready for it.
Yeah,
Because
there
otherwise,
before
Taz is
gets
going to
there.
kill it.
Well,
There's only
the first
one
Yeah.
one in. The first one in usually is the first one to reach the Dreadnought,
Yep.
and if you got those high DPS numbers, that thing's just gonna melt instantly. And it's gone. And it's
Jesus
TFO.
Christ. You guys are killing them before I can even
Well, just go.
do much.
We'll ignore one. Go find one, and we'll ignore you. Just don't let the ships escape.
I've been trying, but yeah, like every time
There's
I
a whole
get there,
bunch there.
you guys are there.
Chris and I are over here. I haven't been firing.
Okay, I'm heading towards one right now. Hopefully no one comes over.
At 7 o'clock.
Okay,
What language was that?
Gateway opening. At 1 o'clock.
we'll stay over here.
Ow, except I'm getting destroyed by
Well,
something.
you can't have it both ways.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can't help you out and not have you get
It
killed.
was a solar gateway just like shooting through my ship.
Yeah, it's those gateways.
Goddamn solar gateway.
Language.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Brain, wake up already, will ya?
Yeah.
Mine
I'm
refused
just
to
waking
sleep.
up.
I'm
This
still
is
suffering
where-
the effects of changing the clock. So it's like I woke up at, I think it was 6 a.m. So because I needed to go to the bathroom, and then I was just like,
Yeah, there we
just
go.
an hour longer. And then I wake up, it's 11 suddenly, and I'm like, no, it's not supposed to be 11. It's like,
Oh,
This
I'm-
is where you
bad.
take cue from Farscape and say those Frelling gateways.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
people
taught
are
little
here.
kids for years, so I learned a whole bunch of ways of not swearing.
Okay, let's turn and try and go to this one. Hope I don't have company.
And then you got them
And no solar
Farm
gateways.
Discovery class.
Yeah, that too.
Gateway opening. At 4 o'clock.
I'm not in combat for a minute now. For this century, please, if you can give me full impulse again. No, I guess I'm not
Wow.
getting it.
I just got massacred again.
So did Taz, apparently. Tazzy, what
Wait, what?
happened?
I
killed
flew
you?
in- I flew into my own torpedoes.
Of course you did.
Hey, that's always fun.
Yeah,
Nothing kills Taz as successfully as he himself. Alright?
Right?
that
There's
happens.
ways to deal with it.
I need 500,000 damage with disruptors. I've only done 1,000.
So doing it in kind of this big melee thing with a lot of players is difficult for something like that. Going off
Well,
on a
it's also having to do it with these solar gateways and stuff where I'm like,
I was
yeah, but
thinking-
you get to fire at the solar gateways.
Gateway opening.
You're probably better off doing something like an IASE.
No, better off doing a patrol. Because
Good patrol, like
you're
check
not
it out,
time
but they
gated
can
on a
only
patrol. You
patrol
can just
you.
sit there and take your time.
Ninth rule would definitely fix
Yeah.
that.
Ninth rule would do it for you.
Or random Argala.
Yeah.
Because the
Argala does
Kazan can't really hit you that hard, and you still can.
And those
Hit
ships
them
take a
enough.
lot of damage, which means you get a lot of time to fire at them.
Yeah. Especially the carriers when they
Yep.
fly in.
Great.
And Marshall's carrier at the end.
Yep.
That takes a bunch.
Yes, it does. Even if you take it on normal, you'll have enough. And if you're not having fun with it, as soon as you get your 500,000, you can bail.
Yeah, you can sit at the edge of the system and wait till they'll kill themselves with the Bentons.
hmm
It's a funny one that they made the self-completing patrol that you can fly in and just wait it out. They just do themselves everything on their own. Why do
Yeah,
they?
look,
They
the
weren't
game
even
on.
use.
What do you expect? It's not the Klingons that they're fighting.
ODST says, my brain is slowly waking up. Yeah. I woke up this
I'm
morning
right there
and
with you.
I woke up because my mom told me it was time to get up because it was after 6 and I had missed the beginning of the show, and in my brain I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to have to go on and apologize to everybody. It's late, I'm tired, but okay, fine. So I finally get my butt out of bed, go start making the coffee and getting the dogs ready for the day. It's 3 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, part of the problem is like you guys are killing it before my disruptors are even getting there.
So that becomes a matter of, in these big games, just go find yourself a patrol. Woo! That wasn't what I wanted to do. A patrol. And go from there. You have to appreciate that my mom waking me up because it was 6 is difficult, as she died in the 2000s, 1990s. She's
I
been
was
gone a
gonna
long
say
time.
your mom. I
Yeah,
thought
no.
your mom was out of the picture for a
Yeah,
while.
she's been
now.
gone a long time. My son was in grade school when my mom passed, so... Where was I? Was I still at the university then? Yeah, I was still at the university, so that would be 1990s.
I mean, I still have weird, random dreams about my dad who's been gone for 2 years now. So he comes up in a dream every once in a while.
I found it interesting. It was nice to see her. It wasn't, the cathartic, oh, Mom, I miss you. It was, time to get up. So I did let the dogs out at 3, and then I went back to bed.
Hey, speaking of dogs, do you have any channels on YouTube or anywhere that you watch stuff about dogs, or just?
Only stupid dog video stuff. I love them.
Oh, okay.
I love watching the huskies in real life. Huskies are supposed to
Oh my
be,
god.
energetic, and there's this guy who's got to carry his dog on a sled.
Oh, that's adorable.
So the dog's like, oh, no, I'm not going to actually do work. I'm a husky. Who do you think I am?
Would you take me for a working dog?
Yeah.
When I had dogs, I liked to watch see some a lot.
Yeah, he does a lot. I liked him.
I wish I could, but he's a bit problematic.
In what way?
He's abusive to the animals.
In what way?
You want me to describe everything?
Not on the show,
or-
I do not, but you guys can chat about it later.
He is not abusive.
We're not going to go there right now, folks.
Yeah.
Nope. Talk about it later. Nope. Just nope.
The reason why I asked is there's this channel by Rocky Kanaka.
Oh, yes, I love him. The guy who goes to the shelters.
He sits with dogs.
Yeah,
I think
sits
it's
with
the
dogs.
most adorable thing, and I think I would love to do that myself.
I wouldn't, because I'd
mean,
have to
like,
take them all home. I'd be
no,
morally
I
obliged to
wouldn't,
take
but-
all those dogs home.
I think is before I took my dog in,
Mhm.
before I even considered having a dog, we had this volunteer kind of thing at work. One of
Yeah.
the girls at work figured that, I mean, she was doing this for some time privately, and she thought, why not bring it up to work, and maybe someone from the company would want to tag along. So there's this private shelter that is just like a few clicks outside of the city, a very small one. And they're financed privately by a foundation that they also have the people just donate, and that's how they're running stuff off. And basically the idea was that we go there on weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays, during the vacation period, and just walk the dogs, because there's around 70 dogs around there, and they don't have the capacity to walk every single one of them on all day. So we took them out, and that was the most incredible experience ever, because after some time coming in, you realize that these dogs recognize you. They will be so happy to see you again, and like, oh my god, that's adorable, I just love it. And I was just like, okay. that's where I just started thinking, oh, maybe having a dog isn't such a bad thing. And one thing led to another, and now I have a dog.
Yes, exactly.
7.5 years in.
Always works. Good morning,
And he
Zez.
wasn't from that shelter. He wasn't from that shelter, actually. And I never considered taking any of these dogs in.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because this is out in the open, and a lot of the dogs that get in there was fine with people and always fun with other animals. And I had a cat back then, so I wanted to make sure that the dog will not do what usual dogs will do with cats.
Yeah.
Chase and catch. So when I started looking at my local shelter, which is a public shelter, which is a little bit differently run, it was a little bit of a different case, but he had a good caretaker who was assigned to him, and he led him out of being a kind of wild dog.
I'm going to
into
queue us up
this-
for this last thing, Kathy Front, if that's okay with everybody,
Yep.
because Chris has 2 to do.
Yep. And there is only one card TFO in the game.
There is. Weeboo?
We were.
But I run into Rocky by accident. I was watching something else, and he was like
I like
there
him.
talking.
Yeah, I love how he
has
just
this
gets this stuff.
amazing vibe.
And the
got
dogs
this
just
amazing
kind of
vibe.
calm down with him. And
They open up.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
the other one I like
It's-
is Lee Asher from Asher House.
Haven't
he-
run into that one.
If you get a chance, he basically adopts dogs, and he has a huge like farm, and all the dogs are there, and he gets them socialized with one another and adopts them all.
Oh.
And he takes them out for these long walks and runs in the woods and in the fields, and just talking about dogs. So
Yeah.
it's absolutely
That's-
delightful.
Yeah. It's very heartwarming because you can literally see how he reads them. Well, he definitely has years of experience with dogs in general. It's just like doing that stuff in the most eye-opening way. It's very educational to work with dogs and seeing other people.
Who got the bomb?
I
me.
did. I
Okay,
did.
Tell me where you're going, I'll cover you.
Heading. Yeah, to the left there. I
Yeah,
think.
which one? Top?
I think
Yeah,
that's
just keep
the
going
top.
north where you're going.
Yeah. I didn't even mean to grab the bomb. I was just trying to get the item. Launching bomb.
And get it cleared out so you can. Oh, you
Bomb
got it. Good
launch.
job. Good job.
Yeah, because they weren't attacking me. They were focused on you. They just ignored me.
Yes. Well, that was what I was trying to
That's a
do. I
general idea.
just didn't realize I was doing it very well, so yay. I'm going to the one in the middle.
You got a bomb?
I have a bomb, yes. It says I have a bomb. So somebody's
Maybe
cleared this
with
out for me,
help.
though, so I'm going to be happy if that's the case. Yeah, of course not.
Where something spawns in, doesn't it?
Always.
Zane, it says that you have a bomb on you.
Nice. I'll take care of cleaning out this one.
Yeah, sometimes when you got a team that's better coordinated, or...
I remember running that for another.
Oh, of course, here I am getting my disruptor damage, and someone has to come and destroy my battleship.
You're not dead.
Someone came over and, like, liquidated it when I was trying to get my damage on it, because it... Yeah.
Man, I'm still terrible at driving this thing. I got a bomb. I'm going to the southern one.
I can clear it up.
Thank you.
Not long now.
I tried out a weird build on the Shangri-La. I made it
What
into
build?
a carrier. I made it into a carrier.
The Shangri-La is a carrier.
Shangri-La?
Okay.
Yeah,
It doesn't even have a hangar.
I know.
It's amazing what you can do with Tinker Toys and some duct tape.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Good.
We did that one good.
I think it was even faster than the first one.
Yeah, oh, that was a lot faster than the first one. But it wasn't just two of us. says, you sank my battleship. Hi, Pi. Pi has subscribed for 68 months. Pi, you are amazing. How you doing, sweetie? And on that cheery note, I'm going to get out of here for the day. No show tonight because unless something happens with the weather, I'm planning to go off to class because this is a long, really weird week, and I won't be around on Wednesday night for sure. Yeah. Such is life.
All right.
Or in this case, such is death. But I just got here. No, it says you've been here for a whole, 10 minutes. So I try and start at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard and run for an hour-ish in the mornings. But Monday is class day, which means I've got to get everything done for my day done before 12 o'clock, which kind of pushes it up. The rest of the week I can go later in the day. But today,
That's fair.
yes, 2 months from now I will be done with this crazy thing at the gym and going back to more reasonable hours. My trainer is a very good trainer, and they've offered him a job at a different location. And I'm going to take advantage of this and drop from going 4 days a week to going 1 day a week with the trainer. Because he's really good, but I've been working with him for 8 months. I'm not really interested in switching to somebody else. But at the same time, he's like, well, should I take this job? Yeah, you should take the job. It's a great promotion. But I'll have to leave all my people behind. You have to put on your own mask first sometimes. We'll figure
Well, you
it
have to
out.
think about yourself first.
Yeah, I mean, he's young. He's got this great job opportunity with the same company, but chance to go into a same role but at a corporate level. So
Yeah,
money,
right.
career, opportunities. Go for it. Do not set yourself on fire to warm somebody else up. All right, everyone. We will see you tomorrow morning, theoretically, at 6 a.m., so in about 23 hours. Don't forget the Dilithium boost is still running, and the Dilithium event runs through tomorrow. So thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day. And as we like to say around here, stay moopsome.
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 Okay, I was waiting for Taz or for Musin to hit that. And don't forget, tomorrow's Artisanal Audio Day, we hope. So send Counselor Suna thank you, a reminder to have them make sure it goes on tomorrow, because I would hate to miss that. Take care, everyone. We'll talk to you later.